In the previous lesson, we created this user list where we could update or create new user. We are also able to delete an user, and in this lesson we will add an option to upload an image or photo for a user. We will also be able to edit the image of the user, and we will put the image as a avatar before the username here. So let's go to VS Code. Let's stop the process first, and first things first, we have to add a image URL property in our user schema. So after it is active, we'll use image URL, which will be type of string, and we can specify a default value which will be an empty string. Let's save this and run npx prisma migrate dev, and let's name this migration added image URL. So our migration has been added. If we go to this folder, you can see that this is the SQL. So let's close all this. Now we will upload the images in public folder. Here we will create another folder inside it. We'll name this uploads. Now for default image avatar, which users don't have any image, we will upload a default image. So inside this public folder, let's enable it in File Explorer, and inside this I will paste an image, and this is the image. It will be shown if we do not select any image for an user. Now we have to modify our APIs. Now we will send form. We will not send JSON now because we have file there. So let's go to API folder, and inside users, first let's adjust the route inside users folder. So we will only have to update this function, and this function will be something like this. We have to import this from fs-promises, and we also have to import path from path, and that's it. This is the function. What's doing, first we are parsing the form data in a constant, and then we are trying to get image file using this key image, and if the image or the file is not null, then we will upload this, and otherwise this uploaded file image URL will be empty string. So it is actually now added here, where we create and provide the data. So this is the extra property that we just added, and this is the URL. If the image is uploaded successfully, then we are actually putting the value here, and this is the file that we are generating. We are using datetime to append with this file name to make it a unique string, and then we are actually here you can see we are joining paths from current directory. This is process.cwd will return this directory app, and here not app, actually this whole project, and then we are joining public, and we created this folder already, upload, and then this file name. So this is it. We don't need to do anything in this file. Let's save this and go to the other route file inside the id folder. So here go to the patch function. Here we need to update this. So from the, up to this point is okay. We will check the user with the ID. So after this we will need to change this. So this is the code. First let's import write file from fs/promises and path from path. You can see the imports here. So let's explain this. This is almost like the previous one. What we are doing, where this is almost identical, nothing special here. We are just, instead of creating, here we are just updating with where condition and providing the image URL, nothing new here. So this is for this function and we don't need to change anything in this API. So let's save this. Now we will go to user form. We'll change this. So first this will not receive a user, it will receive user form data. It could be dynamic, and we need to change also here. So first let's remove this one. We will append or set the data in the form data. So first let's format this. Here we are creating an instance of form data and we are setting the properties from this data object. We are setting the ID, name, age and email, and then let's add a input ref. So up here we will add a input ref. So let's add use ref from this import from React, and then here we will pass form data, and we will bind this file input ref to a markup. So let's go to the markup, and below the is div, this div, we'll add markup for file input or image input. So this is the markup for that, and this is the reference that we just added. I think we are done for this file. There's no error, so let's save this. Now the last thing we need to update is this file userlist.tsx. Now here you can see some error. Let's go here, and we will receive form data now, and let's compare this with user ID, that the state variable we have instead of that, and we can also put it here. So this function is okay now. Let's save this. Now let's adjust the markup. So in the name column we will not put just name, we will put this markup. Now look here, you can say that there are two divs in a flex container, and the first is for the avatar and the second div is for putting the name, and we are adding some space here by this class. And you can look at this image source property here, it's dynamic. Now we are checking that if the image URL of the user is not null and the image URL is not empty. If this is true, then we are putting this, I mean /upload/image URL of the user, or if none of this is true, or if this is false, then we are outputting /user png, which we just added here. So let's save this. and let's run the project now and see if we have everything or not. So npm run dev. Wow, now we can see a default image for this user. We will add another user, so let's call this user 2 and user 2 at gmail.com. Can put the image age 25. Let's pick an image. Let's select this dolphin image and submit this. Oh, it's great. You can see this dolphin image here. Now let's try to edit this one. First one, let's also put the dolphin image here. Submit this, and this is all working. So that's it for this lesson. See you in the next lesson.